This podcast is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. You chose to hit play on this podcast today. Smart choice. Make another smart choice with AutoQuote Explorer to compare rates from multiple car insurance companies all at once. Try it at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
This episode is brought to you by LinkedIn. Psst, healthcare pros. Word's out, and it's too good to keep quiet. Look, LinkedIn is revolutionizing job hunting, making it possible to search by specialty, shift preference, and salary. Endless scrolling is out. Whether it's a mental health therapist or dental hygienist, finding the perfect role is faster and easier than ever. Head to linkedin.com/healthcare and start your search today.
I'm Candice Lim.
And I'm Kate Lindsay. And you're listening to ICYMI.
In case you missed it.
Slate's podcast about internet culture. And speaking of missing, I thought of that pun, little segue, literally as I was speaking, and I was like, I gotta get to it. Speaking of missing, Candice, you were gone last week after battling COVID.
I know.
How are you feeling? How was it?
Thank you so much for holding down the fort, Kate and team. I'm doing better, but I gotta say I was definitely in the trenches because guess what? My first time having it in 2025. First time having it.
I mean, yeah, that's skill at this point to have lasted this long.
I know. And
was it everything you dreamed and more?
I mean, here's the thing. I had the razor blade one, you know?
I hear tell of this, yeah.
Right? It's like it just feels like razor blades going up and down your throat. You can't talk. Everything hurts, la 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 la. And I suffered. Trust me, I suffered. However, it was nice to kind of experience season 1 COVID. Like, basically all I did every single day was watch movies. And that was really fun. Like, I will say, I got to the big 3 finally after years of ignoring it, which is Top Gun Maverick. I also got to watch Pride and Prejudice 2005.
Oh my God. Okay, we can't even get into that here because I really want to talk to you about it, but okay, move on.
Yeah, and then obviously Bull Durham, the triangle. So I got it in.
The Father, Son, Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
Well, listen, we missed you, but you returned to our Slack today, and you returned with good news.
Hell yeah.
Would you like to share it?
Hell yeah, because something that we both missed is that, remember a few weeks ago, you and me pounding the pavement talking about our little friends, our girl, Sylvanian drama on TikTok, and how she's just this wee Irish girl and she's getting sued. And we were upset. Well, guess what? Days after our episode dropped, guess what else dropped? The lawsuit.
Oh my God, our power. Our power.
Yeah. And so Sylvanian Drama is back. They are free. I hope they keep posting.
But they are also posting that they need a new name for the account.
True.
So I wonder if that was I wonder if they're like, we'll drop the lawsuit if you'll stop doing this. I wonder if it was that situation.
Yeah. Because it kind of took a while for them to announce that the lawsuit had dropped. But I'm so happy for them. Like, dolls. Right. Dolls are back.
Right. Or at the very least, she doesn't have to pay a huge sum of money for just having fun with dolls.
Exactly. And so, I don't know, service journalism. We're back? Question mark?
I think it's Pulitzer Award-winning investigative journalism.
Hell yeah. Anyway, speaking of news we missed, you came to the table with something very interesting because you have a TikTok girl you really need to tell me more about. And fun fact, I actually have white girl drama to bring to you. But first, let's take a break.
When we come back, why Lana Del Rey and Ethel Cain are beefing, and who is this Ashby Florence girl all over my FYP?
You know what doesn't belong in epic summer plans? Getting burned by your old wireless bill. You should be planning beach trips and barbecues, and your wireless bill should not be holding you back. That's why you should switch to Mint Mobile. I love the quality of Mint Mobile's wireless service. In comparison to my old provider, I'm saving so much and my calls never get dropped. Say bye-bye to your overpriced wireless plans, jaw-dropping monthly bills, unexpected overages, and more. All plans come with high-speed data and unlimited talk and text delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. This year, skip breaking a sweat and breaking the bank. Get this new customer offer and your 3-month unlimited wireless plan for just $15 a month at mintmobile.com/ICYMI. That's mintmobile.com/ICYMI. Upfront payment of $45 required, equivalent to $15 per month. Limited time new customer offer for first 3 months only. Speeds may slow above 35 gigabytes on unlimited plan. Taxes and fees extra. See Mint Mobile for details. Everyone can use a little help to shape the direction of their lives, from fitness routines to mental resilience or navigating personal goals to tackling burnout. That's what the Life Kit podcast from NPR is here to do. If you're looking to move with more intention or just need thoughtful guidance on living better, Life Kit delivers strategies to help you make meaningful, sustainable change. Life Kit offers real stories, relevant insights, and clear takeaways to help you meet those large and small decision-making moments with confidence and clarity. Trusted voices and expert advice can help take you to the next step, however big or small. Listen to Life Kit to hear thoughtful conversations that unpack the emotional and practical side of personal wellness, along with actionable guidance you can actually use, no fluff, no judgment. Get help tackling common issues like relationships, finances, parenting, and your career. Then walk away with a game plan you can implement right away. Life Kit isn't just another podcast about self-improvement. It's about understanding how to live a little better starting now. Listen now to the Life Kit podcast from NPR.
Every few months, I find myself needing some kind of new wardrobe staple, but I don't have time to wade through countless websites and reviews. Quince nails it with luxe essentials that feel effortless and look polished, perfect for layering and mixing. I got a pair of Quince's ultra-soft high-rise leggings in the color Heather Aloe, and I have pretty much worn them for every kind of class you can think of. Yoga, bar, Pilates, you name it. They're super soft and super flexible and affordable enough to add multiple pairs to my wardrobe. They're also easy to throw on while still feeling stylish at the gym, which is obviously the most important part. I've used Quince for everything from a new purse to take on nights out to the bridesmaid's dress that I'm wearing at my sister's wedding. But Quince has even more. Think chic cashmere and cotton sweaters, washable silk tops, and classic denim pants. Timeless styles you'll keep coming back to. The best part? Everything with Quince is half the cost of similar brands. By working directly with top artisans and cutting out the middlemen, Quince gives you luxury without the markup. And Quince only works with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices and premium fabrics and finishes. Elevate your fall wardrobe essentials with Quince. Go to quince.com/online for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/online to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/online.
And we're back. Kate, do the words Ethel, Cain, Lana Del Rey feud mean anything to you?
In the sense that I'm aware of these two artists individually, I've heard more of Lana Del Rey's songs, but I've also heard some of Ethel Cain's songs. I like them both. To me, they kind of seem like natural, almost foils of one another.
Yes.
But I'm hearing feud. So what's happening?
Yeah, so, before I get into the feud, which I would say involves fat phobia.
Oh, Christ.
Peter Griffin.
What?
Jail. Yes, that's the headline.
Okay.
I just want to kind of level set about these two iconic white women. First off, Ethel Cain. Let me start off by saying I was not familiar with Ethel until she got pretty big on TikTok, at least on my For You page. There's one song that she has called Sun Bleached Flies. It's been remixed with Robin's Dancing on My Own. I wonder if you've heard this before.
But I always knew that in the end, no one was coming to save me, so I just prayed. And I keep
Okay, interesting. So I have heard that. I did not realize it was remixed with Robin. I thought that was the song. So now I'm going to have to go listen to it on its own. The song I am already familiar with from Ethel Cain is American Teenager, which I think is a great song. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Now, this is not the reason I know Ethel, though. The reason I know Ethel is because she's the original, the creator of my favorite meme of the year. Can we please play it?
When the chow is tea, but the finna is gag, sis, I'm dead as a child. Girl.
Okay, yeah. Is she reading from a live stream there? Like, is that what she's reading?
Yeah, this was Ethel on a live stream in her weird-ass bunker, February 2025, which is funny because it gives me 2018, but this is one of those lines that I say all the time, randomly at the supermarket.
We need to know who typed it for her to say, because they're really the sort of, they're the first domino of this.
You're right. So we have Ethel on one side. We have Lana Del Rey, who... You mentioned, right? Some of her big songs, Venice Beach, Summertime Sadness. She was in that music video with A$AP Rocky. We love it. Lana last week posted an Instagram reel, okay? Envision this. She is in a car listening to a song that she has not released yet. It's a snippet. And all she writes in the caption is track 13 at Jack Antonoff. Jack Antonoff probably producing the track. You know him. Yeah. Taylor Swift lore. Now, one of the lyrics from this snippet is, quote, Ethel Cain hated my Instagram post, reenacting my Chicago pose.
Okay. Listen. Okay. Well, first off, I love this era we're in of just directly saying the name. Like,
I know.
Of just directly. I mean, it's kind of like, we're seeing the Kendrick Lamar Drake feud. In rap, especially.
Bad Baby, like, Alabama Barker. That's what you were going to say, right?
Exactly.
That's what you were going to say.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Like this has been common. I think it's funny to have it kind of showing up in sort of this like ethereal, not even just like alt indie music scene, because it's like the beef, like you said, is ultimately between two white women.
Yeah. And what's really funny is that Lana tells us this is about Ethel Cain, right? But guess who thought it was about them? The Swifties. The Swifties, for some reason, came in and said, hold on. This must be beef about Taylor Swift. They were saying, like, she released this little video of her in the car the same day that Taylor announced her album, The Life of a Showgirl. Also, track 13. 13's a huge number in Taylor Swift lore. Oh, my God. Right? Yeah. But Lana said, stop it. Because Lana then goes into the comment section of a pop-based Instagram post, and she says, I didn't know who Ethel was until a few years ago. When someone brought to my attention the disturbing and graphic side-by-side images she would often put up of me next to unflattering creatures and cartoon characters. So she keeps going, but she basically says, like, no, this is about Ethel. Now, what is our proof? First off, there is another lyric in the song with the words, the most famous girl in the Waffle House. And in 2022, the New York Times, they did a profile of Ethel. Guess what the headline is? The most famous girl in the Waffle House.
So it's not exactly subtle.
Not subtle, because on top of that, do you remember like the year after Lana like did a shift at Waffle House?
No, but Lana's whole trajectory is confusing to me, and honestly, like a whole other podcast in terms of like, I can't tell. Is she Republican now? What's going on?
Oh, we'll get there.
Again, we'll table that along with our discussion about the 2005 Pride and Prejudice.
Yeah. And so we have all these ingredients, right? And Lana keeps saying, like, I'm mad at Ethel Cain. Now, dissecting her comment once again in the comment section of a pop-based Instagram post.
Yeah.
Lana's basically saying she is mad because Ethel possibly, allegedly, made comments about Lana's weight. To which you should be asking, is this true?
Right.
To which the internet says, I think so, because someone brought up screenshots of Ethel possibly tweeting a GIF of Peter Griffin. Yeah, from Family Guy. With the caption.
I was waiting to see how he was involved in this.
With the caption, hands on your knees, I'm Angelina Jolie. That is a lyric from Lana's song Peppers. Now, we cannot confirm if these were indeed posted by Ethel Cain. The FBI is on it. Hey, right. FBI's on it.
Wait, sorry to go. How is that fatphobic? Am I dumb?
So, and by the way, this is Lana's interpretation of what fatphobic may be. Peter Griffin, I guess we could call him a rounder-sized animation. You know,
Oh my God, you know what happened? I thought Peter was the dog.
oh, no. It's the dad.
I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
how is that offensive? This makes more sense.
Yeah. But also, like, let's really think about internet culture for 1 second. Have you ever used a GIF that has nothing to do with your caption, but it's just kind of
Right.
funny? That's
Right.
the vibe, right?
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I think the theory I'm running with, the theory the internet is running with, is that this is not about no GIF. This is not about Waffle House. This is about a man, okay?
I hate to hear that.
I know. Let's take it back. 2022. Do you remember when Lana Del Rey was like dating this guy and she took this iconic photo with him outside of jail?
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah. So, that jail, Cook County. The man, Jack Donahue. He's actually a musician. He's in this band called Salem. Jack and Lana were allegedly dating.
Oh, my God. Okay.
Yeah, Jack and Lana were allegedly dating in 2022. They break up. Next thing we know, him and Ethel Cain possibly dating after, to the point where he took a photo with Ethel that was like outside of a dam or something, and fans were like, oh my God, the poses are the same, which links back to the song that Lana just posted, onto which she says, Chicago pose, reenacting my Chicago pose. So now it's like, hey, 2 towers down, 2 towers down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's so interesting. I only know about Salem because my husband listens to their music. And so
Yeah.
I was not expecting that corner of my life to be relevant to this, but it is. And I'll let him know later.
It's in your home, Kate, your home.
Yeah. No, literally, it's happening right in front of my eyes.
Yeah. So, do we feel like the foundation of the beef is put together? You have what you need to make a sandwich?
Yeah. So it's, wait, what was the order? Did the picture happen before the meme or after the meme with Ethel Cain and Jack Donahue?
Well, this is where things get a little discrepant. I'm hearing tell on Reddit that the photo was taken a year prior, but obviously they brought it up after Lana Del Rey took the photo with Cook County jail boy.
So it's like the timeline potentially, allegedly, is Ethel and this guy take a picture that's very similar, and then a year later, Ethel posts the meme, allegedly?
So the thing is, we can't verify when Ethel possibly maybe posted the Peter Griffin meme, but Lana's Instagram comment says she knew about the meme and her new song. She says she knew about the Chicago Cook County jail pose. So I think it's not so much about like when did each thing happen. It's the fact that Lana knows both things happen and she felt obliged to write about it in song.
Okay. So at that point, it does kind of seem like 2 strikes is what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. I think, obviously, we'll get into kind of like their relationship, Ethel and Lana, because it is kind of interesting. But I do just want to complete the timeline of beef to where we are now, which is that I think sometimes the worst part about 2 celebrities beefing is the fans. When the fandom comes alive, it's like when Regina George drops the burn book in the hallway and everyone starts fighting each other, very like, here's the crumb, go have the war. So obviously, Lana fans, Ethel fans, they've been fighting all week. 2 vocal leaders of each party have emerged. The first one, Nicki Minaj. Did you guess that was coming?
You know what? I want to say no, but I think in my heart of hearts I knew, because I do feel like Nicki Minaj keeps being involved in things recently.
Yeah. I mean, she's so chronically online. She should host this show, but we can't afford her, and that's fine.
Right.
And that's fine. Anyway, Nicki is Team Lana, okay? Nicki is Team Lana. She wrote on Twitter, I've been singing Ethel Cain hated my Instagram post, one of the lyrics, all morning, help. And it's funny, she keeps talking about how the song is really good, and she also keeps saying, like, I don't even know who Ethel is, but I love this song, da-da-da-da-da. Then we have another person emerging on the other side. Azalea Banks. Did you see her coming here?
Oh my God.
I know.
This is like Avengers Assemble.
Yes. Now, Azalea is simple. She is simple, and all she writes on Twitter is, everyone ganging up on Ethel Cain is transphobic. Ethel did come out as trans on Facebook when she was 20. So, Azalea and Nicki, they've chosen their sides. The thing about Ethel and Lana is that I feel like this feud may or may not be a bit long time coming. The first one being, Ethel and Lana get compared a lot. As someone who's listened to a little bit of their music, do you agree that their music is like, it'd be in the same playlist?
Yeah, no, that's why I was saying they're foils. Like, there's something distinct. Like, they both, they have a huge, they share, their Venn diagram is not quite a circle, but they share a lot. And then there are like some key differences around the sides. So I can totally understand the weird girl so confusing thing happening between them.
Yeah, like they're playing the same stages at the same festival, just a different time. And so Ethel has an interesting internet history, which is that she has been a Lana Del Rey fan for so long that she told a magazine, Born to Die, Lana's album was the first CD she ever bought.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, I was just looking up the ages to be like, I kind of feel like Lana Del Rey, like in my mind, Ethel was younger. And yes, Ethel is 27, Lana Del Rey is 40. I do think when you hit 40, you can't beef with anyone in their 20s.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I feel like their relationship, and specifically Ethel to Lana, it's the way I feel like Lil Nas X talked about Nicki, of like, he knew how to be a stan by being her fan, and now that they're both peers in the industry, it gets a little weird, but you figure it out. Now, Ethel was a fan of Lana. Around 2021, Ethel starts giving these interviews where she starts kind of rubbing up against the comparison, talking about how, like, Lana is peak opulence of the American dream, while Ethel represents the American working class, the people who are constantly spat on. Ethel is like, I love Lana. I love her older music. Her newer stuff doesn't really resonate. But I think what's really funny about this is that Lana claims in the, once again, comment section of the Pop Base IG post, Lana claims she didn't know who Ethel was.
Yes.
So there is something a little, there's a power dynamic. There's kind of this dunking of like Nicki and Lana being like, I don't even know who you are. I don't even know who that is. But like, you're still engaging in the feud. You are adding fire to a feud you claim you do not know the opponent of. Interesting.
Right. This has to end with a collab.
So,
or perhaps it's all leading up to a collab. I don't know. Maybe I get conspiracy brained about it, and that on this upcoming album, there's a feat Ethel Cain.
So let's talk about the timing of this all. Because, look, at the time of this taping, the only response we have from Ethel is that Ethel posted an IG story saying, update, Lana Del Rey has blocked Ethel Cain on Instagram. Okay. Lana has said her piece. Now, I was like, hold on a second. These ladies can't just feud 24/7. Are they working? Ethel had an album come out 2 weeks ago. Lana was supposed to release an album in May. Didn't happen. Work in progress. However, I think what's also really funny about this feud is that, at least for the year so far, Ethel and Lana have actually had pretty good years. For example, I really think Ethel's meme of when the child is tea but the finna is gag, like, I actually think that did so much for her internet reputation because it made her so funny.
Didn't she have to apologize recently, though? I think she was tweeting some racist stuff.
So there were some racist posts. There were some racist posts that did come out. I'm not getting into that part here only because that's an old teenage post situation. It was going on separately from this Lana situation, but that did happen. Ethel has made some apologies, so people can decide how they feel about that. It's just not actually part of this back and forth with Lana.
Yeah.
And yet, she's going to go on tour. She released this album. She was doing kind of okay up until this Lana Del Rey feud. Lana Del Rey. Lana Del Rey got married, remember this, to the alligator tour guide captain, Jeremy Dufresne.
Yeah, I was going to say, an alligator is definitely involved in this. And yeah.
Yeah, right. And so she marries this guy, September 2024. She also headlined Coachella in 2024. She just had this huge set at Stagecoach this year. I have to say, I was a little surprised by how many of the people in my orbit were kind of like standing Lana again, because I was like, ooh, okay, guys. Like you were saying, marries this random guy, MAGA question mark, not answered.
Yeah, MAGA question marks are hovering around.
Yeah, but Kate, you were asking, basically, do we think they could work it out on the remix? And before I really give you my answer, let me tell you, the good people of Twitter have actually already done a poll. You know, like the election, but online. They did a poll asking this question. Should Lana Del Rey and Ethel Cain work this out on the remix? 63.3%. Precincts reporting, they said no. They said no. They said no.
Who was running this poll? I rigged.
Definitely not Steve Kornacki.
Yeah.
Hey now. Anyway, are you glad I told you about the Ethel, Cain, Lana Del Rey feud?
Oh my God, yeah. My life is so much more enriched for it. And I really learned something, which is that Peter Griffin is not the dog.
And that's big for you. And that's big for you. And I'm proud of you.
Yeah, that's one of many learnings I will take away from this.
Yeah. But for now, I think we should take a break. When we come back, you, Kate, are going to tell me about a woman on TikTok you've been loving who dresses like the Lorax, Alexander Hamilton, and more.
This podcast is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Fiscally responsible, financial geniuses, monetary magicians. These are things people say about drivers who switch their car insurance to Progressive and save hundreds. Because Progressive offers discounts for paying in full, owning a home, and more. Plus, you can count on their great customer service to help you when you need it, so your dollar goes a long way. Visit Progressive.com to see if you could save on car insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states and situations.
Talk about stepping up. Bang! Bang! It's time to level up your game. Introducing the all-new ESPN app. All of ESPN, all in one place. Your home for the most live sports and the best championship moments.
The electricity is palpable.
Step up your game with no annual contract required. It's the ultimate fan experience. Level up for more on the ESPN app or at stream.espn.com. Sign up now.
Hey there! If you love our podcast, then maybe you should consider subscribing to Slate Plus to immediately unlock bonus episodes. Plus, you'll access ad-free listening across all your favorite Slate podcasts, including bi-weekly bonus episodes of our show. Subscribe now on Apple Podcasts by clicking Try Free at the top of our show page. Or visit slate.com/ICYMI Plus to get access wherever you listen. And we're back. And Candice, I think the best way to introduce you to the subject of my segment today is just with some sound bites, with some clips, with some notable things that were coming across my feed over the weekend. Let's start with this one.
It's a truffle tree. I looked up a photo on Google, and this is what I made. But then everyone said that it's supposed to be tree-sized. And now I'm bashful. I didn't know. I'm bashful.
What you're witnessing right there is a woman dressed up as the Lorax with a sort of entire set behind her of DIY'd Loraxville. Like her, I have not seen the Lorax. The Lorax being a Dr. Seuss character. I definitely watched the cartoon version in school many, many years ago. I have not seen the newer version. But in general, the Lorax is sort of an environmental advocate. And most crucially, his line is that he speaks for the trees. And so, like her, I have not seen the Lorax. So I don't have the right words for it. But yes, she has not seen it. And so this is an approximation of what she thinks the Lorax is, based on vibes alone. And I need you to know that I'm bashful. That has been stuck in my head. I said it over the weekend. I can't stop saying it. I will say it again in episodes. But maybe if you haven't seen that, let's try this one.
Guys, look, it's me, the Lorax from the movie, the Lorax. Look, I have a statement to make regarding some recent public backfire, as well as a public service announcement. Let's begin. First, I did not have sexual relations with that tree. I had it with that one.
So that's another clip. These are all from, well, the first video is from a live that she is on. She's live streaming herself as the Lorax. This second video is one that she posted that is just kind of like a follow-up to her live. And again, like I said, she has not seen the Lorax. So the whole conceit for this character is her being the Lorax, having not seen the movie. And that is what has come from it. But So you're saying, first off, have you seen either of those clips? Have you seen this person as a Lorax on your For You page?
I mean, not only have I not seen this person, who, by the way, fantastic work. Not only have I not seen them on my For You page, I, too, have not seen the Lorax.
Right. Well, don't worry. You don't need to be clued in.
Good.
Okay, so if you haven't seen those are one character of hers. And this is the thing. She transforms because it took me a little bit to realize that she is the same person from another viral video from earlier this month. Let's play that.
Alexander, come back to sleep.
I have an early meeting out of town.
So what's happening here is that this woman is sharpied on a beard, lip syncing this song from Hamilton with sort of a very exasperated interpretation of Lin-Manuel Miranda, and it spins it shines a whole new light on the song.
This meeting's at dawn.
Okay, can I say something though?
Yeah.
I need your help because I gotta be honest, I have seen this Hamilton trend a lot. It's a lot of, I would say, girls, right? Drawing on a Sharpie mustache, doing something promiscuous like climbing out of a window. Gotta be honest, I don't get it. And I don't find it funny. Help me.
So again, we're really you could make a book of all the things I haven't seen because I also have not seen Hamilton. But I am familiar with the lyrics. And I believe just what's funny about it is pretty much what you're looking at, which is just women dressed up as Lin-Manuel Miranda. I think specifically the beard being sharpied on. Sure. And then they're doing their own. It's you hear the lyrics. It's clearly him trying to leave while his wife is no, stay.
Yeah.
And it's people just with facial expressions alone kind of changing that from what I imagine was a bit more straightforward in the musical to a guy who is so exasperated and so over it and just trying to live his life. And so it's a funny reimagining, and that is a part of a larger trend, like you said.
Okay.
This one, though, got 16.2 million views.
Great.
Just for her facial expressions, just from how she transforms the song with really subtle facial expressions. And so this woman's name, we've done the big lead up, is Ashby Florence. And she is, as far as I can tell, recently graduated from college. In response to blowing up like this, there are a lot of profiles LinkedIn gone, Instagram pretty pared down. So she's an enigma, but she has absolutely blown up in just the span of a week. And I mean, I want to talk to you a little bit about how we got there. So I came to her through the Lorax.
Okay.
But then I realized I had seen her as Alexander Hamilton. She has a number of other characters that she has debuted during this past week. She has done Pitbull. She has done Dobby the House Elf.
Wow.
She does impressions on live of Ariana Grande, Jennifer Coolidge, and Adele, and it goes on. And I think all of these picture the most budget version of them possible. No real makeup is involved. Or if it is, it's put on very crudely. It is really giving the vibe of you and your friend playing dress up when you were tweens. And it's gotten really late at the night and you've had a lot of sugar. It is past the point of coherence, and that's what makes it funny.
I was going to say, can I ask, okay, the Adele, the Jennifer Coolidge, Ariana, are the impressions good?
Yes, they are good.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
So this is you're going to start to see that this is kind of what can't she do? Is the more we learn about her, the more layers get peeled, the more excited people are. And one of the ways that is manifested is obviously in her amount of followers, but truly, she was gaining them pretty steadily over the past week. And on Friday, I was meeting with our senior supervising producer, and I was saying, right now she has around 800K followers. I bet when we're back on Monday, she'll have 1 million. And I don't want to say I'm psychic. I don't want to say I know everything, but I was right about this, which was that when we got back on Monday, she had 1.1 million followers, and that's how much she has right now as we're recording. And she's blown up in this way that feels to me very vintage TikTok, 2020, 2021, when one person, everyone kind of, obviously not everyone in the whole world, but it's one person. And it's not that they steadily grow their following. It's that their following within days, quadruples. And they can't even handle it. And because, that was, I think, the novelty of TikTok early on was how far your videos can spread and how fast you could grow and how like big you could grow in such a short amount of time. Like, Candice, can you even think of the last time there was a creator who blew up this quickly and like monoculturally? Like, who comes to mind?
For some reason, all I can think about is, do you remember like last year, this guy brought a birthday cake to a New York City restaurant and they wouldn't let him cut his own cake?
So this is the story of how a restaurant in New York City ended up eating half of this incredible birthday cake that I made for my friend for his birthday. And I actually had called the restaurant ahead of time to ask if I could do the cake cutting instead of them, but they said that was a safety hazard. So they ended up taking the cake back into the kitchen to serve it. Now, these are some of the slices that we were served of the cake. And you can really see here just how thin the cake slices were. We're looking at a few millimeters of thickness.
I haven't seen this, but I got to link up because I've had this happen.
Oh.
And I see red when it does.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like,
And like he made it a whole thing. And I feel like that was also kind of a similar explosiveness, but obviously didn't last because a cake is a cake.
Yeah.
But you're saying that Ashby Florence, which by the way, perfect name.
Really great
Perfect name. Do you think it is the Lorax videos itself, or do you think it's something else that's like really instigating the blow up?
Well, that's a good question. It started with Alexander Hamilton, but it's the Lorax is the one she's gotten the most mileage out of. She goes live regularly in this character.
Oh, it's the lives. Okay, got it.
Lives and on her profile. So she goes live as this character and just answers people's questions in this character. And it's really like quick-witted, fast, and like funny. She's putting on a funny sort of tone in her voice. It's very addicting.
Is she like taking questions and stuff? Is she responding to the people? Okay.
Yeah, so she's going live as the Lorax and yes, answering questions. And the questions will literally be like, what, like, are you a boy or a girl? And then she'll like, but like, you know, to the Lorax.
Right.
Like she's answering in character and, you know, then she'll be like, I'm whatever this is and like show her,
okay,
you know, crotch in this very tight orange suit. And she makes a lot of jokes about having sex with the viewer's mom.
Ooh.
And it's just generally like very on it. With anytime someone tries to say something to like throw her off, she's able to throw it right back. And because I've been thinking about this, there is something like I too have been totally drawn in by her. And I think it's because, you know, I'm thinking about what about her is working. And I think it's that she's funny in a way that isn't, she has no fear of coming across unflattering.
Sure. Because honestly, the costume is already unflattering. No offense.
Right. The point is kind of to look bad.
Yeah.
And the fact that like one of the big reveals is that she is like a very pretty woman. And so it's somehow even funnier that she is like truly just like very pretty and sweet and funny. But then she dons like the most hideous outfits and inhabits those characters so fully in a way that like you genuinely cannot tell that they are different people. And sometimes it is, people have said it's weird to see her out of costume and just because she has videos of her in regular life and people are like, what, who is this?
Yeah.
Another thing is she's really open about money.
Oh, good.
Because she is going live and people are sending her gifts and things like that. And I'm sure she's in the creator fund now. And she is like answering people's questions, like explicitly saying how much money she's made. Like she was like, I've made $4,000 from going live on TikTok. And she was like, I want to say this because I've seen a lot of other creators blow up. And then they'll start talking about buying things. And I'm like, how on earth are you doing that? Like, it's so opaque. And so she's being really upfront. People like that. She also has a supportive boyfriend, which I think is
great,
key. Because not only is she dressing up like a tween playing dress up at a sleepover and doing kind of like sugar high level skits that are creating sound bites that I cannot get out of my head. She also has a boyfriend who is like right there with her, like kind of like her magician's assistant in a way. He moderates her lives.
Oh, wow.
And he's also like in the background sometimes making an appearance, literally being like a stage hand. Wow. And is to hand his like loving girlfriend like, you know, like the mustache that fell off her Lorax costume. Mm-hmm. And something about that, like that dynamic is so sweet. Like she is being so honestly weird and he is so earnestly supporting and helping her, and that's really sweet. And so that's part of it too, is that like she's truly just having fun and it's making us laugh, but then also to see that she's kind of like, it's nice to see that she lives with her boyfriend. It kind of makes it funnier that like your boyfriend, your loved one, is in the other room and you're deciding to spend time in here dressed as the Lorax talking to us.
Yeah. I mean, I was also going to say, first, who do you think is loving her content the most? Because when you talked about the lives, I was like, oh, is it a lot of kids watching her?
Definitely not kids.
Okay.
It's definitely I think it's literally you and me's. It's just, I imagine women from which is what I've seen and who is also making videos about her.
Sure.
And people who are very online. And, you know, in terms of like her devoted fans, I'm not so sure. But I think what it is about her is that, like I was saying earlier, the more you dive in, the more you uncover, and like the more she's talented at. So she herself, like I said, has a very minimal digital footprint. And so I was able to find a clip from an interview she did with SiriusXM to talk a little bit about like her day job. So we can listen to that.
I'm a graphic designer, but I am full-time.
Okay.
So this has been like a trip and a half.
Well, yeah, because so much of this I know is these live streams.
Yeah.
And I've seen it. I'm like, it's daytime.
I do not steal company time.
So you're not in the Lorax bodysuit?
No.
On the company dollar?
I'm not. No. Fired. Yeah, so that's been like its own thing that I've had to navigate. A couple people know.
Okay.
Most of them don't. So I will have to tell them very soon because it's getting crazy and it's happening so fast. It's day 14.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, so she's a graphic designer. She has a full-time job. She says in that clip, like, some of her coworkers know, but some of them don't. And it's kind of getting to the point that she's going to have to tell them. And, like, imagine having to come out to your coworkers as someone who goes on live dressed as the Lorax.
I mean, it's like 9 to 5, graphic designer, 5 to 9, Lorax,
right.
Day in my life. Yeah.
Like, what is in the HR manual when it comes to, like, how to disclose that?
Yeah.
And so I was looking into her more because, you know, she's a graphic designer. I wanted to be like, oh, like, here's some of her work. Can't find her work. But what I could find, and it's arguably weirder that I found this, because I'm like, surely she didn't just blossom as the Lorax we see in front of us.
This talent was built from the ground up. Yes.
She has two or three acting credits.
Okay.
Some are in short films. There was only one that I was able to find online, and it is a show that I could not find the origin of, but it is on Tubi now, called Who Killed Jane Doe?
Amazing.
And it seems to be one of those shows where it's true crime and then people are reenacting the crime as the real people are talking about it.
Oh, I love that stuff. Stuff.
So she plays, I'm not joking, 3 seconds.
Great.
The child version of one of the victims in a story in a flashback, and she's like throwing leaves.
Amazing.
I took a screenshot of it. I'll make sure to put it on our Instagram. It is like blink and you'll miss it. But I'm like, okay, so we have a resume. Like it goes girl in flashback, Lorax.
I love.
But before blowing up for being the Lorax, I couldn't find, any more information that we didn't already know out there. But I was able to go, obviously, back through her TikTok. And before doing these characters, she was not posting like this at all. She was posting kind of funny videos, regular trend stuff. She had actually had a few viral hits before that. But another thing that she does, because it's like, at this point, what can't she do? She writes her own music. And this is a song about her sisters, and I want to play it for you.
I swear I told Delaney to set the DVR. And Kendall, how did you forget the CD from Mom's car? I told you it was your turn, but now I'm saying so. Oh, where did all the bad times seem to go?
Wow. Gorgeous voice.
Literally beautiful. Gorgeous voice, great writing. She can also draw. There's a video of her drawing something beautifully, and someone commented, I've never seen somebody have this many talents and be pretty and funny. Like, she is truly everything she tries, she seems to be amazing at.
Yeah.
I think we're going to see great things from her, but I want to know, what do you think is next for her? People are already tagging SNL in her comments and all that stuff, but like, what do you think is next for her?
Yeah, this is very interesting because I kind of feel like we don't really have the quote-unquote talented influencer anymore, right? Every time we talk about influencers, there's always this kind of like negative tone of like, they're just a TikToker. All they do is day in my lives. But this is someone who is on TikTok who also is like extremely talented in many things. And so I definitely think graphic designer will not be the first job on her business card for long. I would also say, I think I'm starting to understand why people gravitate toward her. First, just the fact that like she's on live all the time. And I think there is something very like engaging about just being constantly available all the time. But I think it's really funny that her whole like premise is that she's never seen the Lorax. She's just taking one vibe and going off of it and building a total spinoff. To me, it's kind of like someone getting a job in Times Square, but they don't know which costume they're going to be. They're just like, wear this, go out. And they're like, okay, I could be Elmo.
Times
I could
Square
be Cookie.
would be an interesting place for her to try out some new things. Walking around. I mean, people would take pictures with her. People would probably really love to see her.
I know.
My request for her, I think what is the next best step for her, and also because I just want to see them together, is Caleb Heron's podcast.
Oh, best pod.
Yeah, best pod. And I think that would bring out the best in her. But what's really sweet is in all of her sort of blow up, she keeps just tagging her sister's history podcast.
Oh my gosh.
So she's like spreading the love. Her sister's podcast is called Spilled. And so I'll just carry that torch for her in promoting it. Yeah, I think when people are always like, SNL needs you. It's like we can aim higher. We can dream bigger than every time we see a funny person shutting them and locking them in 30 Rock. Like let's want more for our creators.
Exactly.
And so I want to see her on podcasts. I want her to be. I want her to do sketch comedy. I want her to do shows. Like clearly, she can do live stuff. Like I think she should really take this and run with it. And I think she could do stuff beyond the Lorax. That's my advice for her now. Is at a certain point, she's got to leave the Lorax behind, or she's going to be in that orange suit for the rest of her life.
Okay, that's the show. We'll be back in your feed on Saturday, so definitely subscribe. That way, you never miss an episode. Leave us a rating and a review in Apple or Spotify, and tell your friends about us. You can follow us on Twitter at ICYMI_pod, and now Instagram. You will love it. We post memes, we post rundowns, the works. It's very fun. And you can always drop us a note at ICYMI@slate.com.
ICYMI is produced by Vic Whitley-Berry, Candice Lim, and me, Kate Lindsay. Daisy Rosario is our senior supervising producer. Nia Lobel is Slate's executive producer of podcasts, and Hillary Fry is Slate's editor-in-chief. See you online.
Or hopping on the Lorax's live stream.
If you work as a manufacturing facilities engineer, installing a new piece of equipment can be as complex as the machinery itself. From prep work to alignment and testing, it's your team's job to put it all together. That's why it's good to have Grainger on your side. With industrial-grade products and next-day delivery, Grainger helps ensure you have everything you need close at hand through every step of the installation. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.